baling hay were the best I've ever seen. But the times got hard, the money dried up, and the family's got me. So I got me a job and I moved from the farm to the bustle of the busy street. I learned early on not to get stepped on, how to push when it come to shove. How to earn my pay and thank the Lord each day for the things I truly love. I may not be too fancy, but mama didn't raise no fool. I'm a country boy, city clothes with a hillbilly attitude. Right and wrong don't get it done, but here in the city don't make much difference as long as you're number one. There's folks around here rather tell you a lie when the truth would better suit, and if they practice that line about an eye for an eye, there'll be nobody left to shoot. I learned early on not to get stepped on, how to push when it comes to shove. I earned my pay and thank the Lord each day for the things I truly love. I may not be too fancy, but mama didn't raise no fool. I'm a country boy in city clothes with a hillbilly attitude. I learned early on not to get stepped on, how to push when it comes to shove. The Lord each day with the things I truly love. I may not be too fancy, but mama didn't raise no fool. I'm a country boy in city clothes with a hillbilly attitude. I'm a country boy in city clothes with a hillbilly attitude.
Spin your wheel, oh, oh, good deal, Lucille. Go your way, leave today at your plan. Leave me here, Sheshibu, another man. Paint the town, sorrows drown, that's how I feel, how I feel, oh, oh, good deal, Lucille. Your game. If I'm here or I'm gone, it's all the same. All the tunes, stack the cards, this is your deal. What a deal, oh, oh, good deal, Lucille. Au revoir, so long and goodbye. Oh my, paint the town, sorrows drown, that's how I feel, oh, oh, good deal, Lucille.
It's been a while since we went our separate ways. Just when I think I've finally gotten over you, I think of all the things that I never will get to say. What goes on in your mind when they ask about me? Do you break down and cry and nobody can see? Do the good times still haunt you in so many ways? Tell me, where are you spending your nights these days? Do you fight the same memories that keep tearing me down? After the late show, do the blues come around? Do you live with a heartache that just won't?
Here we are again, live from WOOP Studio in Suite 57. Jeff?
How sweet it is.
It's sweet it is. At the Village Green, we are pumping out the wattage here.
You know we are.
You got Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom this morning, and we're ready to start off this morning with a great morning. Jeff, I'm a little more awake than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was tired.
That's
kind of missed
for
a couple.
you, because I've been up since 3 o'clock.
Uh-oh. You don't have the stomach virus, do you?
No.
Okay, all
I
right.
feel good.
Yeah.
Just could not rest. I don't know.
Yeah. You look like you were a little tired when you came in this morning.
Well,
Take it back.
Still got that black eye.
Yeah. Did you put any ice on it? Did you get a steak put on that thing last night?
No. I think I'm past that stage. You said I'm still red right now. I guess the yellow and the green stage is coming tomorrow or the next day or something like that.
It comes in cycles. Oh,
It's been a while since I've had a shiner.
It has. How long has it been?
Well,
When's the last time you remember
I
you
don't
had one?
remember my last shiner. I really don't. I wasn't that much of a fighter in school, but I did when I had to.
You had to. I can't even remember if I ever had a shiner, to be honest with you, on that part. I've been poked in the eye a couple times, but never a black eye.
Well, they're not any fun.
Yeah.
And it's not only is it discolored, it twitches a lot.
Yeah. Are you really going to tell the listeners exactly what happened with that thing? You got a pretty good little cut on that thing, too. Did you fall and hit a wall or something?
It's a cage match. I'm telling you, the West Haven Cage Championship.
Yeah, you must have been outside the house or something and fell.
No, it's too freaky to tell. I just can't bear to tell it.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there then. All right. Well, Jeff, it started turning cold outside again so I don't know what the weather's
49
doing.
degrees.
Yeah, the weather, I don't know what's going on.
It's 49 out there right now, and the high today is going to be around 62 and the low at 35 degrees later on. Did you know there's blizzard conditions in the plains right now?
Blizzards.
Blizzard conditions in dangerous storm in the plains.
Yeah. Well, we could have it here. It looks like later in this week it's going to get cold again.
I guess the wind runs swiftly down the plains. It's coming this way. Anyway, we have rain showers early, and they're not too heavy. It's just sort of like a misty kind of rain. Then sunny by the afternoon with a high of 62 degrees and the winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour for you golfers out there. The chance of rain today is 40%. We've already got, you might as well call it 100 because it's been raining already today. But it's going to decrease, and by tonight we're going to have a 0 chance of rain. And it's going to be clear and 35 degrees. So that's your latest forecast. Oh, And just for those that you were wondering about, the dew point is 47 degrees today, and the humidity is 90%.
Is that dew point going to affect the roads and how a car drives on it?
I'm not sure if it ever gets to 47. That's the dew point, and it's 49 right now. So hopefully we're just going to go up instead of down for a while.
All right.
The Weather Channel. That's weather from the Weather Channel. I just read it.
Jive
folks.
weather.
Yeah, morning jive
weather this morning. And Jeff, also you talked a little bit about it on sports yesterday about Phil Mickelson at the age of 47. Actually won the World Mexican Championship, shooting 16 under.
47 is getting younger every year, isn't it?
It is. It's still a young man, a very young man. He tied Justin Thomas and won a playoff on that part.
Hey, he went right up against one of the young bucks, you know.
Yeah. The World Championship, you remember that used to be in Florida. You remember 2 years ago they moved that because of the Trump thing that was going through? Remember that? And they moved it to Mexico.
Yeah.
The PGA did.
That was a great move.
Yeah. Also,
I'm glad Phil won it, though.
Yeah. I'm glad he won it, too. He needs it. You know, my wife loves him. My wife absolutely adores him. Thinks he's a wonderful person. So.
Well, I'm for him every time he's up there close to winning. I would pull for him.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him hit them trick shots before?
Oh, yeah.
He'll stand, probably 3 foot in front of somebody and hit it straight over him.
Yeah.
Perez, he did that. And also in a bunker, he hit it one time when he was in college, hit it where it went behind him. So, up on the green. So, the guy's got just a wonderful touch around the greens.
I mean, it's just hard for me to decide who to be for when Phil Mickelson's up there on top and then Jordan Spieth, because Jordan is my son-in-law.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's hard for me to pull against him.
On that.
Oh, yeah, I've got 4 daughters, and I'm just sure that he's going to be my son-in-law.
When's he coming over for dinner next time?
Call. Hey, Jordan, call.
Give us a call in, Jordan. 614-5553, and give us a call in if you want to talk to us this morning.
And talk to one of my daughters. I'll hook you up.
All right. Also in baseball season's starting up right here now, Jeff. We got it down there in Florida that's going right now, but Lee Baseball posted a hard-earned 8-7 win victory over Northern Alabama Sunday afternoon at Olympic Field. Overall, the Flames are 7-11, and they'll host a non-conference opponent tonight and Wednesday with a pair of 9 innings, Belmont. So, and Cleveland State too. I'm telling you what, Cleveland State's got a team this year. They have actually come out of the chute just tearing everybody up. Cleveland State's now 11-5, 3-0 in the season in district. They'll take the field against Tuscany.
They've already had 16 games?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Tuscany, junior varsity at home, a doubleheader on Wednesday at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So if you get a chance to go out and watch them. Also, a side note, you'll like this.
I do want folks to support them, but it's hard for me to get enthused about baseball until basketball's over. I just have to be honest.
Well, we've got the brackets, and also we're going to do a brackets, aren't we?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah. Morning Jive's going to do a bracket. Maybe we can get it posted out there and get people to put in, and we'll see who can win. Put it up on the Facebook page. Also, a side note, Butch Jones' video board image has been replaced. Did you hear about that? The Volunteers linebacker, Al Wilson, who was the defender leader in 1998 National Championship team, will replace him, has replaced him.
Speaking of Butch, did you hear that Alabama is in talks with him to hire him? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
I'm just telling you that there has been some talk out there that Nick Saban is talking to.
At what role and what capacity?
Well, I'm not sure, but I am going to look that up while we're talking. But,
okay.
Somebody said that Nick Saban's just trying to prove a point that he could win with anybody.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him, I'll tell you that. Also, while you're looking that up, let me go through a couple other things. Dwayne Shriver, he officially announced his candidate as mayor in the Cleveland Banner Sunday. So we'll have a race on the city mayor. Him and Kevin Brooks both will go at it. So also, again.
Are they going to debate?
I don't know. I would think they would, and it reminds me also that the the events we have the debate also this Saturday. Remember this now. Bradley County Sheriff's debate will be held by the Republican Party this Saturday at Bradley High School at the Fine Arts Center at 6 p.m. So you got to get there and get a seat early. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put it out there now. Morning Jive is going to try to cast that over WOOP Radio, the debate. I think we're going to try to get things worked out right now. It's going to be pushing the limit, but we got things in place, but we've got to do some trials and stuff. So I'm hoping we can make that happen for our listeners out there. They don't have to go. They'll be able to listen, and hopefully we'll be able to do little questions before and after to some of the candidates and the people that are attending there. That'd be fun, Jeff. Look forward to that.
I hope we can get it done. There's a lot of work to be done there.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of things to be done. Do you find anything on?
Well, yeah, they're talking about hiring him in an analyst role, some sort of analyst role.
Okay.
Hold on, we've got a caller coming in here. Good morning. You're on the Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom. You're live.
Good morning, Jeff and Tom.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You was talking about Coach Shriver a while ago. It's going to put me in a kind of a pickle because I know both those guys. I'd probably flip a coin, I guess, but I know Kevin Brooks and Coach Shriver very well. So
I guess we're just fortunate to have two fine people putting their name forward like that.
yes, we are. And I think you guys talking about Shiners a while ago. I can tell you exactly. Last
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
But in 1968, I woke up at Bragg Hospital and had two black eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
What'd you do to the nurse?
Well, not all the nurses was nice to me, but
Okay.
I actually got run over by a car riding a motorcycle, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm very fortunate to be here, but I did wake up with two black eyes.
Okay.
Well, we are glad that you came out of that okay. That's not a good way to get them either. My cage fight wasn't a great way to get mine.
He
either.
won't tell us what it's about. He's embarrassed, so I'm not going to push him anymore about telling us exactly what happened.
I mean, hearing about somebody who was in a cage match, I tell you what, now you need to have a cage match now because I have been to some of them in live, and it can be dangerers, man.
Yeah, you need to get in there with my wife. I'm telling you, that's what happened to me. And I came out runner up, but you don't get a prize or a cookie for being runner up in a cage match.
I'm going to put him in a cage with Jeff Yarborough. Jeff Yarborough used to do cage fight down there at the Armory, I believe. So I'm going to put him and Jeff in there and see what it comes out.
I tell you what, guys, like I say, I've been to some live before, and it can be kind of dangerous.
Hey, have you heard about Nick Saban interviewing Butch Jones for a job down there at Alabama?
Yes, I have. I heard something about it last night on the news. I think he's going to be. Offensive. What do you call it?
Analyst or coordinator or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if it's been made yet, but I have heard something about it.
Well, there's the top 9 reasons that Nick Saban would do that. And number 9 says that Saban wants Butch Jones's recruiting ability.
Yeah.
And number 8, Saban wants a member of his staff on the Jumbotron at Neyland Stadium.
Well, it's been taken off. That's not there anymore.
Number 7, Saban wants to turn the knife in the gut of Tennessee fans. And number 6, Saban wants to prove he can win with literally anybody. I came up with that one earlier.
Yeah.
Saban, number 5, Saban got tired of winning real championships, so he's going after the championship of life. Number 4, Saban needs help with goal line offense. Number 3, Saban needs help deciding which running back to play.
Yeah.
Number 2, Saban wants a juice bar. And the number one reason.
What's number one?
The number
Here
one
we go.
reason.
Drum roll.
Alabama needs new slogans.
They're going to have the smoky. They're going to have smoky gray down there.
You know, I
hear that they're taking Coach Butch Jones pictures off of the board up in Knoxville.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Al Wilson now is up there. He was like I said before, defensive leader in 1998 national championship team. They put him up there.
Well,
in his place.
I just want to say that I did like Butch Jones, and I do like Butch Jones. I'm sorry that he couldn't produce a winner up there the last year that he was there, but I think he's a fine fella, and I don't wish him any harm. I wish him luck. No. And I guess if Alabama hires him, that'll just help Tennessee fans because maybe we will get out of some of the severance that we were giving him or something like that.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him.
No. Yeah. He's a wonderful person.
I wish him every success, whatever he does from here on out. I hope he does well, unless he's at Alabama.
You too, guys. Anyway, I guess you guys be back on Thursday and Friday, right?
Thursday and Friday, yeah. We have to make way on Wednesdays for that Crossfire bunch, you know.
Oh, my goodness, man, that's terrible. But,
they shoot it up in here. We have to repair the studio every Thursday morning because they've just sort of torn it up.
I know.
Cage fighting at WOOP. That's what we're going to have.
There's
inside the studio.
There's boxing gloves over here on the table. And,
well, hope you guys have a terrific day, and I'll probably call you guys Thursday.
All right. We look forward to it. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
Well, Jeff, let's take a little break. We've got our guests in the studio if you want to do that. I've got a song here I like to play and contribute of you here. All right.
A tribute to me?
Yeah, a tribute to you. 1970, Guess Who? You got it going up here?
I've got the power of the button over here if I don't like it.
Here we go. No sugar tonight. After all what you've done.
In my coffee and in my tea.
Yeah, we've got a coffee guy here. So
all right.
Maybe this will help you out a little bit tonight too, all right?
Get your morning Joe. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Lonely feeling deep inside. Find a corner where I can hide. Silent footsteps crowding me. Sudden darkness, but I can see. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. No sugar to stand beside me. No sugar to run with me. Corner basement, the situation must be right. A bag of good and a bottle of wine. We're gonna get it on right tonight. 'Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to home. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. She's getting us all. She's getting us all. Lonely feelings, yes, and I believe inside the things I say. Find the corner, got the faith or the guts to leave. We're standing in each other's way. Silent, just steps out to places you've been to. You know what you're gonna find. Sudden darkness, song, and it won't be long before you see them all far behind. 'Cause it's the new Mother Nature taking over. It's the new splendid lady come to home. It's the new Mother Nature taking over. She's getting us all. She's getting us all.
Sugar.
There you go, Jeff.
No sugar in my coffee, no sugar in my tea.
I don't take any sugar in my coffee or my tea.
don't
Well, no, I
either.
do. I like a little honey in my tea on that part. No sugar in coffee. I like it straight up and black.
Speaking of coffee, we've got an in-studio guest, Tom.
Yeah, we do. We sure do. We've got Joel Rogers, who's here at M and Coffee down there on the corner in the Salvation Army. Joel,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys this morning?
Super,
Great.
super. Thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we want to give you a plug out there for your coffee shop. You let people know, or listeners know where you're at and where they get a hot cup of coffee at.
Sure, we're about a stone's throw from here, just straight across the creek from the WOOP FM studio. We're at 437 Inman Street. We are actually in the same building as the Salvation Army's offices here in Cleveland. So if you have seen that Salvation Army shield as you're driving up and down Inman Street, that same building, the flip side of that building is our coffee house, and we are a full-service coffee house owned and operated by the Salvation Army. So all of the proceeds go to fund the Salvation Army's work in the community.
Have
Wow.
baristas and everything.
Baristas and everything. We can do anything that the other guys can do. I won't mention any names, except we actually know what we're doing.
Who's the baker in that? Who has to bake?
My wife actually is the one who handles most of the baking there, but we have all kinds of cookies and pastries, and we do some in-house chocolates as well. We've got some espresso bark that if you've ever had a chocolate-covered coffee bean or an espresso bean, espresso bark is a better way for that to happen. We crush up the bean and stir it into the chocolate, so it's like a candy bar.
Yeah, we got that bacon festival. How about chocolate-covered bacon strips?
Oh, that
With
sounds
a cup
fantastic.
of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds like a breakfast of champions right
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
So, is that a profit-making venture, or is that for the Salvation Army? How do you do that? Is that coffee shop a profit-making venture?
Yeah, so it is all the money that is raised there after paying the expenses of baristas, etc., goes to fund the Salvation Army's work in the community. So the goal is for it to be a lot more profit-making than it already is. So if you're out there listening, we'd love to have you stop by and grab a cup of coffee and help us change a life with that. But yeah,
So after expenses, everything just
everything
goes
just
right
goes
to this
right to
community.
the Salvation Army
Okay,
here
yeah.
in Cleveland. Yeah.
Wow.
That's great. That's great. Well, Joel, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're not from the area, from my understanding.
Not from this immediate area, but I'm on the other side of the hills, I guess you'd say.
Okay. Where would that be?
I grew up in Franklin, North Carolina.
Okay.
So
Beautiful
about
place.
2 hours from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the heart of the foothills there.
Where would you go to shop and eat when you lived in Franklin?
Nowhere.
Asheville?
Asheville's the closest. Sometimes Atlanta was about as close in the other direction,
Yeah.
but it's exactly not close to anything.
Is that where that big Ingalls superstore is?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
We like to stop
when we go to
head over
Highlands.
that way.
Yeah. That's where we stop at and pick up snacks right
Yeah.
there.
Highlands, that's old stomping ground right there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
love it up
Bavard.
there.
I used to work in Bavard.
Really?
I did when I worked for Life Care. I sure did.
That's
I had
awesome.
a retirement facility there, right behind Bavard College. On that part. What brought you to Cleveland, Tennessee?
Well, I actually came to Cleveland to go to Lee, and then just fell in love with the place and never left. So Came to Lee in 2004, and when I graduated in '08, I just wanted to stick around. So have loved it ever since.
Yeah, and you spoke
what's not to
about
love, right?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of people from Lee actually, stay in Cleveland, and
Yeah.
actually a lot of parents that come visit their kids when they retire. They actually come back
Move back, yeah.
to Cleveland too because of the environment. I'm so excited about downtown Emmett Street where you're at. That's a phase two.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going through the process down there.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a great benefit for all the shops downtown.
Right, to
And-
just have some revitalization down there.
Yeah, and you talked about your wife. How'd you meet your wife? And who is she?
She is. She's actually getting our daughter to school right now.
Okay.
Otherwise, she would be here. But
Tell her to come on by.
Yeah, I'll swing on by.
her name is Cheryl, and she is also from North Carolina. She's from Silva, so just about half an hour or so from where I grew up. But
Yep.
we met back home, and then when I came to Lee, she said that she followed me over here, and we ended up getting together and have been together for 10 years this June. So
Well, congratulations.
awesome.
You've got a little girl, you said?
yeah, we've got a little girl. She turns 6 next week.
You want to do a shout out for her?
Yes, little Miss Eden, if you are in the car on the way to school, please, please, please know that Daddy loves you.
All right.
There you go.
Yay.
Good job. All right. Joel, tell us a little bit about how the Salvation Army and the coffee shop, is this the first venture that this is done? A little bit about the Salvation Army.
Sure,
What
yeah.
you do for the community, and then how the coffee shop came about.
Sure. So Salvation Army, what they do for the community, a lot of people know their Christmas venture. They see the bell ringers at Christmas.
Right.
They know when
yeah.
they
We've
give
done that
change.
before. The
Yeah.
Kiwanis Club helps out with that.
Yeah, we love the Kiwanis
And the
Club
police
partnership.
department does too.
Man, don't they?
They have a dance off on that part.
Yes, yeah.
So-
I think
the
they really
dancing
get the money
cop.
in because they're afraid not to give it. They stand there in uniform, they start dancing. And,
Yeah. You got a gun strapped to your side, you're gonna get money, right?
That's
You'll
right.
get shot.
That's right.
The dancing cop was a sensation last year for sure.
Yeah.
He went viral on ABC World News and
Yeah.
I mean all over the place. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people see that and they know that it does good. When we share at local colleges and things, the one thing that we always ask is, what do you guys know that Salvation Army does? And it's crickets. And then, but what do you see at Christmas time? Oh yeah, I see the bell ringers, and I always give. I know it goes to something good, but
Yeah.
people don't know exactly what it goes to. So I love getting the chance to kind of share that.
Okay.
It goes to feed the hungry. We serve over 500 hot meals every single week from our building on Inman Street. It goes to serve the most impoverished in our neighborhoods. We do utility assistance for those who are in need when they just can't make that power bill, and especially for some of our elderly, that is a life and death kind of matter. When the temperatures are hitting almost 100 degrees or they're dropping to well below freezing. So we do heaters and fans to help people just kind of make it through in that time when they don't have necessarily central heating or air, and they live in some of the homes in Cleveland that are not necessarily up to snuff. We help with food for them to take home with food baskets. We partner with local community resources and help them get job skills training and life skills training. One of the more unique things that we do, we actually have a grant to do crockpot classes. We actually teach crockpot classes to anyone who is wanting to learn, and at the end of it, they get a crockpot that is part of the grant. So if
Awesome.
they complete all 4 weeks of the training, and that basically we're just teaching people how, with very little, you can do a whole lot. How to feed a family on a very minimal budget. How to work within what the ability of food stamps and some of those limitations.
We love
are.
our crock pot.
Yeah, it's great. Crockpots are a lifesaver, especially
Isn't
if
that,
you're working.
I've heard
Do
that.
you have a
said.
recipe book for that? 'Cause,
Yeah, we do. Actually,
So that gets sales, the profits go towards the Salvation Army also? If people
For-
wants to buy it? The book?
for the crockpot book,
Yeah.
we actually have never sold it. We just give it away at the end of the crockpot class. But
Oh, okay.
for you, yes, yeah. I
Well,
think-
there you go. I've heard that story before. You feed somebody a meal, you feed them for a day, you teach them to cook, and
Yeah.
you feed them forever.
It's
So-
a game changer.
That's right.
But we teach them that it's not just, beef stews and some of the stuff that they think, crockpots are just for that big stuff. One of our crockpot classes, we actually teach them how to make pizza in the crockpot. We teach them how to do desserts in the crockpot, how they can really get creative, and pretty much anything you need to cook, you can figure out a way to cook it in the crockpot for cheap And for parents who are busy and have a lot of other things,
ready when you get home.
It's ready when you get home.
Yeah.
And that's really the win-win. So, yeah, so we have a lot going on. And I mean, that's really just scratching the surface of what we do down there. Clothes for those in need of clothes. We help them with job interviews. We help them with resumes. We really love people from beginning to end. Salvation Army operates the largest free live-in rehab centers in the nation. So we have a 6-month live-in program with facilities all across the nation, and it is the largest free drug rehab program in the U.S.
Wow. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. So you have people living in the facility there now? Living
in the facility. Our nearest facility is Birmingham, Alabama, but we regularly send folks from Cleveland who are seeking help. We have 2 folks who are down there now that are connected to us, and we've got another person who actually came in just yesterday who we're going to be sending down. So when people need help, we're able to help.
Last Thursday, the cold weather shelter, Amy Mott was here and talked to us about that, and I understand that you guys have a working relationship with each other, that
Absolutely.
You refer people there, and she was telling us that some of those folks go to Birmingham, so I guess it was connected with that.
Yeah.
And the Salvation Army, you're unashamedly a Christian organization
Absolutely.
too as well.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, our mission is to share the message of Jesus Christ and to meet human need in his name without discrimination. So if anyone is in need and we have the ability to meet that need, we're not going to stop meeting that need because they don't necessarily believe like we believe. But we want them to know when we are meeting that need, we do it because of what Christ has done for us.
Right,
and so we want to meet them there in that moment. And that really is our heart and our passion. We have weekly services as well. So for some of our friends who don't necessarily feel that they would be comfortable or welcome in a traditional church environment, we have weekly worship services every Sunday morning. We would love for them to come out. We start with a free meal. Imagine that, Salvation Army. We start with a free meal at 9 a.m. And so a nice hot breakfast is served. Chick-fil-A donates a great deal of the product that we cook. So we have Chick-fil-A. If you like Chick-fil-A, the only place in Cleveland you can eat Chick-fil-A on a Sunday is at the Salvation Army.
All right. Hey, that's good to know. That's a need to know right there.
Absolutely.
You go to Chick-fil-A and get a drive-thru. I went through it last night, man. I waited for probably 15 minutes to get through that thing, 2 lanes. So
they could handle 4. They could have 4 lanes if they wanted it. I'll tell you what, I could open up another store right across the street, and I think I would still be busy.
I'm still waiting to see
That's true.
that second one's going to open up somewhere. I would think they would open another one up, but.
Well, if they open one down here, that's dangerous. That's too close to my office. But yeah, I mean, we love meeting needs, and we don't have the same limitations that some organizations have in the sense of we do these 3 things and nothing else. So there are some things we can't do. We can't do rent assistance and some of those bigger things, but we partner with folks who do. But for the most part, we want to creatively meet the needs wherever we can.
What are the hours of the coffee shop?
The coffee shop is actually open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday. We're closed on Mondays because everybody needs a day off, and Mondays are pretty chill in this downtown area. And then Sundays, we're actually one of the only coffee shops still open on Sundays. We are open from 1 to 9. So feel free to stop by after church if you need a little boost. If Pastor's sermon didn't do it for you.
A little Joe to get you going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, Joe, tell us a little bit about your direction. You're a director of Christian education. How is that for the Salvation Army? What's your role in that?
It's a lot of things. Basically, I oversee the ministry that happens from our building to young people. Okay. So we have a director who coordinates the children's programs as well. So I partner with her. Her name is Gina Ballinger. And we basically tackle the needs of our kids and young people who are part of our programs. So everything from the basic Christian education that happens in our building, so what services are going to look like, what lessons they're going to learn that week, that kind of thing, all the way down to, hey, do our kids have power on at home, and how can we help that? Do our kids have the basic essentials they need, and how can we meet them in that need? It's a lot of that as well. Sometimes it's visits to the juvenile center, and it's whatever it needs to be for the students that we're connected to. So
yeah, it reminds me of my grandson the other day. My daughter, they went home and their power was off in the house, Jeff, And my grandson is 3 years old, Samuel. He said, "Mama, the batteries are dead." So he thought the batteries had died in the house because he had a flashlight going around. He said, "Mom, you need new batteries." So
I wouldn't want to know how much those batteries are.
And Joel, so the Salvation Army facility there, you also allow homeless to come in and take showers and baths and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so we have a shower and laundry facility. So we see a good bit of our homeless community every day. We offer that service for free for them. If they are ever in need during our hours, they can stop by, they can take a shower, they can actually wash their clothes in the laundry. If they need more clothes, we can connect them with our store now that has opened out on South Lee Highway, and they can go out there and get the clothes that they need and the things that they need in that capacity. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we love serving them that way.
Okay.
that's great. That's great. Well, Jeff, you want to take a break and come back? You stick around a little bit more, and we'll
Sounds great.
We'll follow up on this.
I'd like to remind our listeners to call in and join the conversation with us at 614-5553. That's 614-5553. And if you've not already done so, you can live stream and watch us and hear us on www.woopfm.com. That's www.woopfm.com.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
What we got, Tom? What's coming
All
up?
right, so we got Salvation Army here. Here we go. James Taylor, you got a friend. So we can go down there and right down the street. So here we go.
What a segue.
Here we go, guys.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got.
Now, Tom, you played that song, and I thought that would be the one you would play for me. But you played one that I don't get any sugar.
Yeah, no sugar.
But now, I thought you'd play "You've Got a Friend." But
well,
Tom, you've got a friend. I'll be your friend.
And we've got a friend in the studio with us down in Salvation Army. I guess about a 9-iron throw or 9-iron wedge there from here we can hit
king
over
of
there.
Segway today.
So we got Joel Rogers in the studio from Salvation Army and the Emmett Street Coffee Shop, and we talked about the Salvation Army. And Joel, let's talk a little bit about the Emmett Coffee Shop. I think it's a hidden jewel in Cleveland. People are not aware of what kind of functions you have on there,
Sure.
and the people you have come out and actually perform in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
You'd be amazed. We've hosted over 500 shows since we first opened in 2011. We've hosted everyone from the small scale local guy who just plays guitar and wandered into the shop, all the way up to runner-up on American Idol Clark Beckham. Actually got his start in our shop.
Wow.
We were the first place that he
Boom.
played. Yeah. So. We've hosted Grammy Award winners. We got to host a Grammy Award winner last summer. We had to go off-site for that one because we had a crowd that was bigger than we could handle. But we got the Dixon Center over at Lee, and we hosted Kevin Max, who has won Grammys for being a part of the band DC Talk, if you are familiar with them from back in the day. But we've had a blast doing these shows. We love being that community hub where people can come and have something to do and have a fun, safe place to go and just hang out.
We were mentioning while we were listening to the song there that I don't see these events being publicized in the paper that much, and I don't hear about it that much. And I think the community at large would probably be like, well, how do we learn about this? So how can we plug in and know about these upcoming events that the coffee shop and the Salvation Army are doing?
Sure. The easiest way is our Facebook page. We are a nonprofit, so Facebook is a free means of advertisement. So you can plug into our Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/Inman Coffee, that will connect you with us there. And we post all of our events on the Facebook page, and you can see what's coming up next and see what fun things are in store. If you really want to hear it in a different way, you could help us fund the billboard campaign. So anybody out there who owns a billboard, we'd love to see you. No, but Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we're all over those platforms, trying to just get the word out any way we can. But
that's great. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to do that. I want to get on Facebook and let you guys tell me about that stuff, because I'd like to participate in some of those things.
It's a blast. Either of you guys artists?
No, Jeff likes to sing a little bit. He was singing this morning. He said, we need to sing a song. And I don't know if we're up to that yet or not.
No, don't worry, Cleveland. You're not going to get to hear that. I wouldn't put you through
the morning
that.
Jive. On that part.
We actually partner with a local art studio as well that leads painting classes in our shop.
Yeah. I finger paint.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You and Sammy.
They'd be fully instructed. You'd be surprised. Had an older gentleman come out. He was close to probably 80, but he had an absolute blast. It was his first time kind of painting like that. They have a teacher that comes out and instructs those painting classes. You book those through the website for the art studio, the Claypool Artist, but she holds a painting class every Thursday night at our shop.
So you can get a cup of coffee and paint.
Yep.
So
I'm what they call abstract artist.
Stick people, right?
Well, just abstract, you just never know. And but
Maybe you need to help your dad out with his art, a little bit of painting in there. Pull the crowns out for him a little bit on that part. Well, what's coming up this weekend? What do y'all have coming up this weekend? Y'all have events coming up this weekend?
We got a lot of stuff this weekend. So we've got the art class on Thursday night. If you're interested in that,
it starts at what time?
Hop over to the Clayful Artist. I believe she starts at 6:30, but you'd have to confirm on her website. It's either 6:30 or 6.
Okay.
But that's a blast for me to watch. As these people who, some of them are pro level and others are not so pro level. And
we don't put a cup of coffee out there and they paint a cup of coffee, or do you do a bowl of fruit out there?
They actually,
what is the?
It varies. So at Christmas time, they had like a Christmas tree that they painted. They did lovebirds at Valentine's.
We'll offer up Jeff to be a model of painting Jeff over there. He can sit over there and let him paint Jeff a little bit.
Well, there you go.
Give him a cup of coffee.
That'd be something.
I don't know where that's coming from. Y'all do about anything for a cup of coffee.
But we have that on Thursday night. We've got a show on Saturday night, which is actually a kind of bigger show. It's got 4 different acts on it. Heatherly is a newer band in the area that we're excited to be hosting for our first time. Ryan Kerr, Chase Duncan, and a band called Sunsap will all be joining us on Saturday night.
At what time they start?
They start at 7:00.
Is ticket price or anything? Or
Not for this show. For most of our shows, it's free. Occasionally, when we're hosting a bigger national act or a touring act, we do have to charge for admission. But for most of our shows, it is absolutely free. So if you want to come out this Saturday night at 7:00 for a great night of music right over there at 437 Inman Street, we'd love to have you.
What do y'all do about parking and stuff?
Well, you know that building that used to be yours.
Yeah.
Luckily, the tax service is closed.
442 Inman Street.
Yeah, we have a lot of really great neighbors who, because our shows start after their hours, let us kind of take over the block.
Yeah. So what time does that start again?
7:00.
7:00.
Yep.
And what's your typical audience? I mean,
oh man,
college age, high school age?
We have a lot of college age folks, but I can't really say that's our typical audience because it's such a mix that we get. So you could have in the same room, you know.
You have gray hair in the room sometimes?
we got gray hair in the room. We got newborns in the room. You get the whole like family gamut that we run over there. So definitely come on out. If you love art and want something fun to do this Saturday, we have an art show that we're hosting. It's a free art show where 17 different local artists have submitted works. The theme is beauty, and we're going to be displaying those in the shop on Saturday from 10:00 to 2:00. So if you want to see some really cool local art, feel free to come and browse through the shop Saturday morning and then come back Saturday night for some great music.
I did not model for any of those artists, so don't worry. Beauty is
not with that shiner you got on that eye.
Well, it'll be a good study in color.
Yeah. There you go. And also, you spoke also in October, in the fall sometime. You have a large event. Is that correct?
We started this on our first year anniversary in 2012, and it was just a bigger show that we did then. Now it's evolved, and we don't have room for it inside the shop anymore. So the last weekend of October or first weekend of November, it flexes some depending on when artists are available, we host a big event that we close the street for called Phoenix Fest. And our symbol is the Phoenix, so that's where that comes from. And we close the street for Phoenix Fest, and we have a lineup of typically about 10 or 12 artists that come out, and we just celebrate. So we've got an incredible lineup of music. You get to hear stories from some of the young people that have been a part of our programs, and get to hear how their lives have been transformed, and get to hear how we are able to plug in the community and some more of what we do with the money that's given to us. And you get to hear some killer music. Last year we had about 600 folks out in the street with us. We break out some fire pits and just have a good time. It's great.
Oh, that's great. Just get out and support
right
the
here
coffee
in Cleveland,
shop.
Tennessee.
Inman Coffee Shop is part of the Salvation Army. Anything extra you make off of that proceeds goes to the Salvation Army. So you're actually making a difference in somebody's life.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Our slogan is actually "Drink coffee, change lives."
I love it.
Love that. And tell us how we can, as a community, plug in to help your mission and what you guys are doing. I know come to your events and support that way, but what about volunteerism and that sort of thing? What can we do to help out?
Man, we are always in need of volunteers. That is, Christmas time, we just get an absolute rush of volunteers, and that's amazing. But then after Christmas, when the Christmas season kind of fades out, I think some people go back to normal life and don't necessarily realize all the needs that we still have. So volunteering, if you are interested in volunteering your time, if you can do anything from answer the phones on occasion, or you want to come down and help us fold the laundry that comes out when our folks are doing their laundry, or you just want to come and help us serve a meal or be a part of what we're doing and reaching out to the community, we would love to have you in that volunteerism. You can also hop online. Say you think 9 to 9, those are not your hours for coffee, but you drink coffee at home. Well, you can place an order online and we can deliver coffee to your house. You can buy our coffee by the bag. It is our own line of coffee that is custom created. It's direct trade, so we actually make sure that we have relationships with the farms so nobody's being taken advantage of in growing the coffee, in harvesting the coffee and those types of things. We make sure that the farmers are paid 10 times what the global average is for growing the coffee, because the global average is actually where the middleman takes advantage and takes most of the money in between.
Wow.
So we cut that middleman out, make sure the people growing it are the ones who get paid for it. And you can feel good about the coffee you're drinking every single morning. If you hop on to inmancoffee.com, you can hop on there and go to our shop and order any of our coffee online too.
Can't let you go without telling us about what you guys do for veterans over there. There's a special veterans meal that you guys have at the Salvation Army facility. What is? Tell us about it.
Well, there is a partnership with some lovely people over at Air Systems Unlimited who come out and support us. I believe, and if you want exact details, you may have to call into our office because I don't remember the exact details, but I believe it's Wednesday at 5 is when that happens. So if you are interested in that, feel free to call our offices and check that out. But a lot of good things in this community. We love serving our veterans. We love serving our seniors and our students. And we love the chance to just serve Cleveland well. So
and they can get a hot meal, Wednesdays at 5 right there at the Salvation Army veteran.
And more than that, they can get a hot meal and they can get a connection. We love to sit down at any of our meals that we serve, and it's not just about here's food. It's about so much more. We want to sit down and hear their stories and love them where they're at. So feel free to come and be a part of that.
Super. All right. Now here we are in the studio with Joel Rogers. Joel, tell Cheryl we said hello from Emmons Street Coffee and Salvation Army. We appreciate everything you do for
Thank you so much.
Our community and your outreach. So if anything we can do to help you out on Morning Jive, give us an update, and we'll be happy to put that out there on the airways for you.
I'm going to leave our list of shows here with you and let you plug those when you get a chance. But thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.
Again, how to log on Facebook and find you guys?
Yeah, Facebook.com/Inman Coffee, or you can hop on to InmanCoffee.com and be able to order our coffee there if you want to support us from a distance.
Yeah, and you can like them and follow them right there on Facebook.
It. Get out and do some good, buy some coffee like that, and all the contributions over that goes toward the Salvation Army to make a difference in people's lives.
Thank you guys so much.
You're quite welcome. Let's go to Sister Sledge here. We are family, all right? We're all family together. Let's go, Jeff.
Can they be that close?
are family. Sister Sledge.
Sister Sledge on that part.
That's back from the 80s.
Man, I appreciate Joel coming in. He did a great job on it.
He did.
This morning.
Very articulate.
And again, it's just another place in Cleveland that people don't hear about. There's all these gyms sitting around. And I wasn't aware of all the things they did, Jeff.
Me either, until I told that I did go speak to Ruthie Forgy there one day, trying to seek some volunteer opportunities for our life group from church. And I learned a little bit about it then. And it was just sitting right across the street from my building. I used to own the building right across the street, 442 Inman Street, where my law office was housed for several years. And you know, they were there, and I just never knew they did all the things that they do. It's really weird. But we're going to get on Facebook, and then I'll be able to keep up with them a little bit better there.
All right, Jeff, in the news again, let's make a comment on this part. Dwayne Shriver officially is a candidate as a city mayor. Him and Kevin Brooks will be facing off coming up. Also in the Chattanooga paper, which will be in the Cleveland paper today, I'm sure, the Bradley County Sheriff Eric Watson requests to move money to deputy salaries and equipment to supply inmates with towels, soap, and blankets to offset with that. He's asking about around $36,000 within the department budget. With a surprise inspection of the Tennessee Correction Institution last month, they failed. So that's going to be on the front page today, I'm sure, on that part. So here we go down through that part.
Well, they had a meeting, and they took a vote.
Yeah, 3-2, it passed. But they'll move the line budget out of the salaries into the jail on that part. Also, you know, the jail's spent over $1,000 in the last fixing problems or most recent inspection, and then the county commission has put forth over $1 million extra in the sheriff's budget over the past 3 years.
When you say they failed, I think they just found audit findings that there were a lot of state inmates being held there at the jail.
Yeah. Or people sleeping on the floor, people being held in places they're not supposed to be. So just overpopulated on that. So, but that's where we're at right now. And other news, as a Chattanooga pastor down at St. Elmo's United Methodist Church, and I'll bring this out. It came out in the news yesterday, and it'll probably be something in the paper about that, was dismissed after marrying 2 individuals of the same sex. What's your thought on that, Jeff? I mean, it's United Methodist Church has bylaws and stuff. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but didn't follow, and then they dismissed the lady on that. So,
yeah, I don't really have much to say about it.
Yeah. All right. Also, let's do the winners and losers. I got a winners and losers, Jeff. Here we go. Winners, NRA membership rose over 4,900% due to the attack on Florida. On that part, with Democratic media personalities and Hollywood celebrities denouncing the attack on the NRA, blaming the shooting on a gun-free zone. Okay, so the percentage went way up. People started buying.
The NRA membership applications went sky high.
Yeah, 4,900% up, rose. So that's a big surge in that part. Losers, ABC, Oscars rating down 19%. Previous 26.5 viewers, the lowest it's ever been in history. Last year it dropped 16%. Why do you think that's
and for
so?
Good reason, I think, because they're becoming too political.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't want to turn their TVs and go to the movies to hear that stuff. They want to be entertained.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You go to see a movie, it's a storyline with it, and you go get away from everything and just kind of get your own world. It's like reading a book.
I'll be very honest. I used to have some favorite actors and actresses that I would love to see, and I would go see any movie that they would be associated with. But now the same actors I shy away from, and I don't even care to see a thing that they're doing because of some of the boneheaded things that they say and do off screen.
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour. One thing I want to leave on here, too, and Chicago officials are trying to prevent gang members. Now, get this, Jeff. Gang members firing on funeral processions in cemeteries. It's got to the point where it's not on the street, but as they're going down the street, they're actually firing on funeral processions. And then in cemeteries, too. One cemetery just started hiring off-duty police officers because they're having problems with it in Chicago. Believe it or not.
Somebody's got to make examples out of those folks.
We got a caller. Let's take that caller, Jeff.
All right,
This
top
is
of the
overtime.
Hour. We're at Morning Jive overtime right now.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller. You're on the Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom. Overtime.
Overtime. You guys are running over this morning.
We've had so much, Coach Shriver. How are you?
You're showing a little intestinal fortitude there to hang on and do a little extra there with all that pay you're making.
Yeah, we're trying to get some overtime here.
Yeah, we got time and a half on every minute after 8 o'clock. Time and a half.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see, because I heard they were paying you twice as much as they were me. So.
Yeah.
I always like to see it. But guys, I just want to call in and say thank you, and y'all are doing a great job.
I appreciate it,
Well,
Coach
we
Shriver.
appreciate you, Coach. Thank you very much, and thank you for offering yourself for public office. We really appreciate that.
And I'm excited about it, buddy. It's been very positive. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, get your shoes ready. You're going to have to spend a lot of shoe leather out there.
We'll talk more about that later. Okay?
All
All right,
Coach.
you got open mic here. Sometime you want to come in, and that goes also to all candidates out there. If you'd like to have 15, 20 minutes on the Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom, give us a call. Contact me in the city or whatever on that part, or Jeff himself, and we will block off 15, 20 minutes that you can come in here and talk about yourself.
Well, I want them to answer 3 questions. I want them to answer why they're running. What are the particular needs of the district or the area that they are running from, the city of Cleveland or a district in the city or the county, and what do they plan to do about that particular need? Those are the 3 questions I'm going to ask each and every candidate that come on the air with us.
Okay.
So be prepared for those. But, yes, we do welcome you to come on.
Well, that's great.
All right,
All
Coach.
right.
I appreciate it.
You have a great
All right. Have a good
Thank
morning.
you, Coach. Thanks for calling.
All right, Jeff, let's carry us out of here now. We're past the top of the hour. It's been a good show. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we
woke
had
up
a good
little bit
time.
since this morning. So here we go. Since it's raining out there, let's do a little car wash here. Rolls Royce, okay? Car wash.
Everybody's going to be headed
Headed
that way.
Yeah. After today, a little rain, you're going to have to get out and get your car washed. Go this weekend. Come on, let's go.
We'll see you Thursday morning, 7 o'clock, for the Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom.
Yeah. Right here at WOOP Studio, Suite 57.
Until then, God bless you.
Yeah.